after the election,
Well,
he
because
is
he felt like he
pointing
could have
out.
won. He still felt like he could have won anyway.
But when they let it go, as it turned out to be, and it is an obvious rigging, after the fact, he can point it out, which he did, and the people can understand it because they see it. They have something tangible to look at. There was no primary in Colorado. There was no caucus in Colorado. The people didn't get to vote. That is a problem, and it couldn't have been highlighted until after the fact. As far as I'm concerned, it was a brilliant move.
Yeah, so you're saying that prior to this right here, he didn't know that.
Oh, I'm not saying that at all.
And so, and then he didn't, did he send somebody there? All I'm saying is that, why is it, where's the real, what I mean by the real Donald Trump? This master negotiator, this genius business person, because what I did is I went back and looked at some of the couple of the shows, the highlights from the show Apprentice, and we're talking about people that just gave him the highest accolades for being just a master at business. Somebody that really encouraged people, somebody that people that he really did that learned from him. People, I mean, I heard somebody saying that they learned from him. I want to thank you, Trump, for giving me this opportunity, so on and so forth.
Yeah, but now you're talking about a TV show where people are pandering. I mean, come on, it's a setup.
Well, here, all I'm trying to point out is that I wanted. What people seeing, they looking for him to bring these kind of qualities. This is what I mean. Just this, I have a problem with soundbite, Derek. 272 for me. 272. Hold on, just a minute, Mayor.
I mean, very good in Iowa, except a lot of Lyin Ted Cruz. What he did, Lyin Ted. One of the biggest liars I've ever seen in my life. I really mean it. When he walks in, the evangelicals are with me because they know one thing about me. I'm not a liar. But Ted Cruz, he walks in Bible high, puts it down, and he starts lying. I'll tell you what. Now, he's got a lot of problems. We'll talk.
Yeah, all I'm saying is that those people that people find that insulting that he would, I think that Ted is a very honourable person.
I know, but if you look at Ann Coulter's article that she published on April 4th, she says Cruz has flipped to Trump's side on every important political issue. Listen to it. You want to hear where he lied? You want to hear?
Did he flip too?
But want to hear?
Again, we don't really know of Donald Trump either.
But I can tell you what Ted Cruz did. He supported legalizing illegal aliens, and now he's against it. He supported the Trans-Pacific Partnership deal, and then he was against it after he saw the popular will of the people. He was against building a wall. Now he's for it. He was for quadrupling the number of foreign guest workers to help ranchers and farmers get cheap labor. Now he's against it. So these are important issues where Ted Cruz has switched his allegiance. I tell you, Del, I am not really against Ted Cruz. I'm really not. If he becomes the nominee, of course I will vote for him. I will not vote for anyone else, though.
All I'm saying is that, and if you'd like to join the conversation, give us a call at 734-822-1600. Again, 734-822-1600. We'd like to have some other people give their opinion on this right here. No, all I'm saying is that absolutely, I know you would support him. But I want other people also to, at the end of the day, if we need to, if Trump is the nominee,
right?
With some of this rhetoric right here, I want people also to support him too.
And you know what? I only pray that if Trump becomes the nominee, which I expect he will. And I hope that he will. I only pray that he will use his same skills and tactics against Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders, whoever becomes the Democrat nominee, because that's been the problem with our Republican Party for decades. They fight like heck during the primaries, and in the general election they become like lapdogs to the big machine. And that's what I'm afraid of. That's what I'm concerned about, is will Donald Trump continue his brilliant use of major issues? He's a big picture thinker, and he can identify these problems that really are at the base of our problems. But again,
I don't really see, where did he identify?
Oh, he identified the illegal immigration problem. He identified the border problem.
Right.
He identified the jobs problem.
He already identified that.
Right.
And we heard
well, these are problems.
say that
he identified
over
the corrupt political system we have. He has identified some serious major issues that we have right now in our country. Now, the problem is I don't think he's really identifying the correct solutions. If I wanted a president who was going to correctly attack and approach these problems, I would vote for Rand Paul. That's who I supported to begin with, because his solution is based on constitutional rule of law. And in fact, I will say, Del, that the Bernie Sanders supporters ought to be supporting someone like Rand Paul, because Bernie Sanders brings up issues that are important, but he hasn't got any solutions. His solutions is bigger government.
That's right.
That's not going to solve the problems that we have. But
Matter of fact,
Rand
the
Paul
problems that we have
could
is because of big government.
That's exactly right. And so Rand Paul could appeal to these Bernie Sanders supporters because he has those same big issues. But he wants to solve issues using the Constitution, and I love that. I would love to see Rand Paul head, as I've said before, head a new department called the Department of Constitutional Compliance. That's what I would like Donald Trump to do, is to develop a Department of Constitutional Compliance and appoint Rand Paul to it, and then maybe even have Mark Levin, if he could ever get over his obsessive hatred for Donald Trump. I would like him to be part of Donald Trump's administration as well.
Well, no, he's just pointing out the same thing that on Michael Savage's show. I mean, he does the same thing. What Mark Levin does, Michael Savage does the same thing to Ted Cruz. He bashed him over and over. The same thing with calling him a liar, saying he holding up his Bible, saying he's holier than thou, and so on and so forth. The same kind of insults.
That's absolutely true.
New York insults.
And quite frankly, that's fascinating.
In radio, and all I'm asking is that this is somebody that's a master at negotiating. Come on, let's stop complaining. Let's negotiate deals. Let's negotiate in some of these primaries that these states where they have a different process. You should know ahead of time, not complain at the end of the day because you didn't win. But go in and have a strategy.
How do you strategize against a big machine like we have running our political parties?
If that's it, then are you gonna? If you're making excuses for him, then
no.
For somebody that said that he can't.
I'm supporting his strategy.
On the other side, there's dangerous, very dangerous people out there.
Oh God, we know that.
Vladimir Putin. I mean, if he didn't honor what their agreement. Is he going to call him, is he going to have insults?
I think the best way to approach a problem is to identify the problem first. So by Donald Trump identifying the problem of the rigged system, he now has put it out in the open, and now we can start to take a look at ways to overcome it, to fix
his strategy, with this being a rigged system over and over and over, it's making more and more people not want to be a part of this system.
I don't know. His polls keep going up. His poll numbers keep going up, Del.
Okay, that's just for him, but you got to remember there's more people that's not for Trump that are for Trump too, and so his poll numbers, and that's what, and I noticed that's something that he. Matter of fact, here before we go into a break, Mayor, I want to play. This is an episode from The Apprentice, and this is where I saw the genius of Donald Trump, and then we're gonna on the other side of the break. We want you to join the conversation again. We're gonna talk about Bernie. And it's $15 an hour. We're going to talk about the real inequality. Okay, Derek, if you don't mind playing 273 for me, please.
But also, Mr. Trump, I did contribute a lot to this project.
I think you did, and you've been fantastic for weeks.
Yes, I have, and I take cues from you, Mr. Trump.
But you lost because of your creativity. You lost. It was your idea. Is that right?
It was part of my idea, but I consulted the team.
No, but it was your idea. You're the project manager. It was your idea. And there's one other thing. I put you over here to help this team, and you didn't help the team.
Well, I tried the best I can.
I know
Mr.
you
Trump.
did, but you didn't help the team.
I can't be completely responsible for reviving
Can
the
you?
team.
I put you over here to help the team. Number one. Number two, you lost because of your creativity. It didn't work. The executives didn't like your idea. You know that, right?
Yes, Mr.
Kenya,
Trump.
you're fired. Go. Thank you.
Mr. Trump, may I say something?
Yes.
First of all, I want to thank you for this opportunity. You have been nothing but kind and gracious to me. Your sons are amazing. Your family is amazing.
Thank you, Kenya.
Thank you very much. And
Again, he made her take responsibility. Have his people that's a part of his circle take responsibility for that loss in Colorado and other states. Make them take responsibility. I want him to have a strategy. When we go into September, when we go into the fall, into November, I don't want his strategy to be just to insult Hillary Clinton. Absolutely, there's enough time to do some insults, but I want the strategy. I want people to say, you know what, just like that woman said to him, you know, Donald Trump, I just want to say that you know, I want to really thank you. You're amazing, your family. I've learned from you. And so, but again, Mayor, I'm going to give you the last word on that right there. And then on the other side of break, we're going to continue. We're going to go into a little different subject, but I want to thank everybody this morning for just listening to the Abolitionist Roundtable when we just had our little commentary on this right here.
I'm just saying, when the polls in Maryland say he's up 20% over either competitor, he's doing something right, something that connects with the people, something that ignites their imaginations. That's what he's doing right now. Is he going to be a good policy manager? I certainly hope so, and I certainly hope he has a good constitutional group of people with him to be able to govern this ship in the right direction towards constitutional rule of law.
All right. All right, folks, we'll see you on the other side of the break.